I used my editing program to make me some butterfly wings. I printed them out. I'll show you what I'm going to do with them. Do you guys have one of these boxes where you've got tons of postcards that you've collected or found at sales or thrift shops? I've got, oh, that one's pretty. Look at that. I've got a bunch of postcards, and this isn't the only box that I've got. I went through and I had a bunch of greeting card envelopes that I went through and I cut them in half. So there's one. There's one. So I went through and cut them in half, and then I took postcards and added them to the cut envelope so they'll turn into pockets. They're still a little damp, so the paper's soft. Some of these are reproductions. This was a greeting card that I got. And here's the, this was the front of the card. That was the inside of the card. This one I put on a beige envelope. This one I put on a bigger beige envelope. And to cover the name, I did a little bit of collage. Look at how old this is. I'm thinking this could be either California or somewhere in England. This one I did so that it will open this way, because this is so wide, it's not going to fit very many of my journals. See, this would be just a tad bit too wide to put into this journal, or even into this journal. Yeah, that would be too wide. So this one's going to be more of a vertical pocket for me. And I think a number of these big ones are going to be, they'll go in the journal like this or like this, because they're just too wide. But I wanted to do something to decorate them, which is why I printed up the butterfly wings. And then I've also got a whole box of National Geographic magazines. So this one's from June of '63. This one's June of '66. I just happened to grab them. And I think I'll go through and I'll cut some people out. I know they'll be too big for these postcards. I'll cut out the people, and then I'm going to put wings behind them. But isn't this just so much fun to go through? We went to England this year, and we got on the London Eye, and this is almost the same angle we were at on the London Eye. And of course, the London Eye wasn't there in 1966. But I've got a number of these old magazines. Look at her. I'm going to go through and cut some people out. Oh, what a cool map. So I'll go through and cut some people out and some butterfly wings out and show you how I'm going to decorate these. I've got everything cut out and the butterfly wings cut out. Now I'm going to start Mod Podging them. I think this is just an absolute riot. I'll probably just Mod Podge the whole surface because this is pretty shiny. And this is supposed to be a matte Mod Podge. So it's supposed to not be as shiny as a glossy surface. I'm going to line him up with the bottom of the postcard. And then put the wings, one there. One there. Isn't that a riot? And then I'll put another coat on top. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. And again, I'll just Mod Podge over the whole surface. Let's see, I'm going to take them to the bottom of the envelope to give it more of a dimensional look. Ah, it glued down already. There we go. One over his shoulder there. I was going to put some gesso on the background, but I think these look fine. I'm not really good at fussy cutting, and I intentionally chose to leave a little white so it would show up a little bit better on the background. I know this picture goes like this, but this is how I want this envelope to be in a junk journal, this way. And for being at a concert, they certainly look awful serious, don't you think? Let's see, I think I'll take him down to the bottom of the envelope as well. Oh, can't do that just yet. Got to put the wings there. One's a little higher, one's a little lower. It's already sticking. That's okay. This Mod Podge is working pretty good. And it was only $4 for a container, so that's not very expensive. I did the woman on the carousel. I just love her expression. She just looks so excited. She was determined. She's getting on the horse on the carousel. Chunk there. Take her down to the bottom of the envelope as well. And let's see, I want this wing to be in front of the carousel horse, and then this wing can go behind. Gosh, she's clutching her purse. Kind of reminds me of Golden Girls, Ma used to always have her purse and take it everywhere. I love this one. Oh, don't want that piece there. Okay, take the guys down to the bottom of the envelope again. Oh, I think these are just a riot. Now this one, the little girl and the swans are so cute, but I'm still going to put this on here. Here, I don't want to cover the swan's face. There we go. I like this couple. I was originally just going to do him, but they just look so perfect together, and this butterfly goes so well with this card. Take them down to the bottom of the envelope as well. Let's do hers first. Let's see, over her shoulder. This one will go a little bit lower on him. Oh no, there we go. I'm thinking I'm going to take her wings, because that's, no, I don't think so. I'll keep it just like that. So do you think she's in England or do you think she's in California? I should have looked at the postcard. I don't want to cover her up, so I'm going to cover her up totally. So his wings are going to go more towards the inside. Now this one was on the greeting card that I already decorated. I'm still going to add her. I'm just figure I don't know if my phone stopped on her. I apologize if you've already seen this one, but I looked up and saw that my phone was off. So she's done. And I've got one last one. I don't know if I want her over here since she's kind of looking that direction, or if I want her over here. I'm going to cut her wings though, so they'll be a little more separate. I suppose it's okay if I cover up a little of that tree, or even cover up the tree. Let me see. That's okay if I cover up the tree. No big deal, right? Or maybe I'll scoot her over just a smidge. Because the green, oh, I put that down too soon. I gotta pull her up before it starts sticking. There we go. Let's see. There. There we go, and you can kind of see the whole building. I'll give these all a little dry and take a picture when they're done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you being with me. Here's the result, guys. I chose to use more postcards on the inside, and the color on this edge was so boring and so beige compared to the rest of this. I chose to use one of my edgers. Isn't that pretty? Now, I have to say that really, even though these turned out good, this was really a project fail. And I'm sure you guys are all way ahead of me, and you know why this was a fail. To begin with, I used wet glue to glue the postcard on, wet glue on this thin magazine, wet glue on these wings, and I don't know if this card's going to show it, but I ended up getting huge bubbles. Like, can you see this big old bubble here? So to me, that's definitely a fail. But if you don't look in the light and you've got nothing shining on it, even though this is supposed to be a matte Mod Podge, there's still a sheen to it. I think that if there wasn't a sheen to these would have turned out better. This one has a huge bubble here. And this kind of like a heart-shaped bubble here. So to me, this was really a fail. But if you look at it where there's nothing shining on it, it turns out fine. Of course, like I say, I used postcards for all of these. I chose her because she's wearing white and red, and she's wearing a white dress and red hair. I thought that would go good together. This one was plain and white on the top. So again, I used my edge piece, and I thought that looks really pretty. And I thought that these colors were similar. You know, the green in the tree and the same kind of colors in the background. I thought these went together real good. This one is my absolute favorite. I love this one. I think this, you know, if I wouldn't have gotten the huge bubble on it, the color of the flowers in the background and the color of the butterfly wings, and then the additional postcard, it's kind of like a Georgia O'Keeffe. Oh, It says O'Keefe on it. Yes. That goes so well with this. But again, look at the huge bubbles I've got on here. I took a pin and I went through and I poked where all of these bubbles were and then ironed it again, hoping to reactivate the glue by ironing it, but it's got some big old bubbles. And, you know, even though Yoo-hoo is supposed to be strong, it doesn't really hold really thick. For me, I mean, for your experience, it might work really good, but for what I've been using it for, like for this postcard here, using Yoo-hoo wouldn't it, you know, and you're probably saying, well, then I should have stitched around. I don't know. I just wanted to show you how this turned out. I think they're really pretty. They, you know, they are really pretty until you see these bubbles. This one I really like. I think that one turned out good. But then you can see this thick piece of envelope and the stamps are underneath her, and you can kind of see the edge, you know. So it's kind of a fail, but it's for a junk journal. I thought these colors go real good together. I think with the butterfly wings in this, it turned out really good. And since it sticks out a little bit from the top, I didn't need to do anything fancy on there. And I think this guy's a riot. He just looks so serious. And then to put the butterfly wings next to him, I just thought it was a riot. And that's the postcard. I chose to go with that one. And again, see this? Do you see these bubbles? So how would you guys have done this project to achieve no bubbles? You need to tell me how to do it right. This guy to me looks like he was at a Beatles fest or something, because this was from a 1966 National Geographic about London. To me, it looks like they're beatniks and they're going to a Beatles concert. And I thought, well, they could be going to Vegas, playing in Vegas. So I put my Vegas postcard in here. And let it stick up a little bit on the end, and the red from here pulls out the red from there. This one, I just like the red writing. And there's, yeah, my house is throwing books at me. There we go. And this is just when we went to Minnesota, went to the Buffalo Nickel. It's an antique market. I think I got a lot of my bird books, my vintage bird books and flower books from this market. This one, the color was a little bit bland on the top, so then I did the edging again. And this one, yeah, I think I find this one so interesting because she looks so determined. Even though she's scared, she's still getting on that carousel. I know you heard me talk about it earlier in this video, but I just love it. Oh, just love it. And then this is the same postcard as this one. But I just wanted to show you how they turned out and how I feel it's kind of a fail. But for a junk journal, I think it's going to be fine. But tell me how you would have done it so that it wouldn't have turned out with such big bubbles. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for joining me today.
Tomorrow I have my appointment. This is the 9th cast. The first 8 casts were soft. I fractured 4 metatarsals in my foot, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th metatarsal, working in the yard. And I'm hoping this thing comes off tomorrow. Fingers crossed, guys.
shouldn't feel any pain with this. It's just vibration.
Okay.
Oh, this is for your blog, isn't it?
Yeah.
I did check it out on YouTube. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I didn't watch a whole lot. I just perused it. Oops, sorry. I gotta get my splitter. See if I can get this in here.
And just like that, it's history.
Feel good?
Yeah. I like this is the last nice day. I need to get out in the sun.
Or it's supposed to rain, I think.
Yeah.
Not in the garden.